Okay, so I've chosen the XAU USD, which is actually gold, to basically do some analysis on and to give you guys some idea of what we are doing or what I'm doing when I'm using the bot. The TrendSpotter bot, all pairs bot. I'm going to add two indicators just for visual preference to help me see what's going on in the market. Let's get started. I'll first do the moving average. Set that to 2, set that to orange, maybe different color. Let me just change some colors here quickly, guys. Give me a second. Okay, so now that orange line's a bit much better to see. Let's zoom in a bit and you can see that line that's running across there. Let me just make it a bit thicker. Okay, so you can see that orange line over there. Then I'm going to add another one. And that's going to be, say, 5. Now that Michael likes to use number 4. Change the color on that one. Let's make it red. All right, so now you can see that there's a gap, and every time it crosses over, that crossover basically indicates that there is a change in direction. All right, that looks more clearer to me. Okay, the reason why I'm chopping and changing it is because you can see where the crossover is of the actual indicator. Sometimes you can change it to 3 or 5, or whatever the case may be, or if you want to go with longer trends, then you will change it to something like 35. Then you'll see that there is a massive. And what you want to get is a clear direction and try and filter out as much of the sideways trends as possible. I know it's going to sound like a lot of jibber jabber to most of you, but I'll explain what I'm talking about. The sideways trends is the following areas over here to here, that's a sideways trend. That's basically where you got consolidation. Consolidation means where the market is grabbing liquidity for its next pump. When you have sideways trends, that's where it's grabbing funds to either push downwards or it might just even push upwards. So if you're looking further in the actual chart, you'll see that there's more sideways trends over there. We'll just do this auto scroll. You'll see more over here on the left. But every time there is a bit of a sideways trend, you'll notice that it pushes either downwards or it pushes upwards. Okay, right. Now I am on the 1 hour time frame at the moment. Let me just zoom in. And normally when you want to get into how the market is moving more in a longer perspective, you go over to the 4 hour and you can see that there is a general direction that is going up. Okay, you see that? That's the overall direction. So if you look there from the 12th, 13th, from the 13th of the 3rd all the way till now, which is roughly about the 5th, there's a bit of an uptrend. Okay. At any given time, you could find that it could possibly go further up, but here we see an all-time high over there, which means that the market is pulling back a bit before it moves up again. But note that you guys are probably going to use the indicator within a day period, meaning like for today or whatever the case may be. But again, the overall trend is in an uptrend.
Kurt,
Yeah.
can you explain to the ones that haven't been trading before what do you mean with H4 there that you
Okay,
clicked on?
so yeah, so H4 is basically a time frame. Time frame means that you are looking at a specific candle that is forming within a specific time range. So for example, if I zoom in, that candle there on the end is taking 4 hours to form. As well as that candle took 4 hours, that candle took 4 hours, and this candle took 4 hours. And so it goes on 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. So we obviously know that there's 24 hours in a day. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. That took one whole day to move in an uptrend. And normally when you see a candle that's even at the top, that signals that it could be a possible pullback. Now, pullback is basically where the market is reversing in the opposite direction. So you have one big movement that's going up, and you have one short movement that is coming down. And note that you have something called a change of character as well, right? Change of character is exactly where this line is, and we just draw this line quickly. It's what you call a neckline. And if it breaks above that, oh crap. If it breaks above that, come on, stop jumping. So if it breaks, the candle breaks above the neckline, then it's a possibility that it could continue further up, coming from a downtrend. But like I said, here is a point of consolidation, which also acts like a point of resistance. Resistance means that you need to wait until this whole area, can't move this, go away. There we go. View, insert objects, shapes, rectangle. So you have this whole area over here that is acting like a point of resistance. So it's accessing this area either to grab liquidity there and then push further up, or grab liquidity and continue further down, seeing that we are at an all-time high. So at areas like this, you want to avoid trading until it either breaks up out of this area, or if it breaks down out of this area. So that is that in a nutshell. If you go back down to the 1 minute time frame, whereas one candle will take 1 minute to form. So in that 4 hours, you have the candle that is forming a bullish candle. As you can see, it's blue. Okay, in the normal view, you'd have either green and red candles. Right click and you go to properties on the window, and you just change the setting on the colors tab. You change it to color on white, and then it automatically sets to green and red candles by default. I like to have mine blue and black, but the default one would be green and red. Green means that it's a bullish trend, and red means it's a bearish trend, which means green candle, market's moving up, red candle, it's moving down. Okay.
Sarah, do you have a question there?
I'm going to say, you said that took all day to do that. Do you keep that open all day?
Yes, like I'm on the 4 hour time frame right now. I already see that one candle is basically closed out, and the second one is basically closed out as well. Let's say by the 12th hour, right? For a 12th hour, that could have been like your first half of the day, right? The first half of the day, you already have your 3 white soldiers. If it was black candles, it would be 3 black crows, or red candles, 3 black crows, or your 3 white soldiers. This indicates that it's going to have a bullish movement. It's what they call a candlestick pattern, right? So what we will do, what we are deciding to do in the group is to say, hey guys, for today, we got a bullish movement of the US dollar. Everything else that's paired with the US dollar will basically go down. And when we say that it's going to go down, then what you do, right, is you go to the actual TrendSpotter, and then in the settings, there's only one attribute that you need to change, which is these two, which it says allocate for buy trades or allow sell trades only. So you can switch one of them off, and then it will only take either sell trades or buy trades, depending on what you set here. So in the group, we'll tell the guys, okay, listen, the market is moving in a downtrend. Activate for a bearish trend. You'll see that it will only take sell trades for that time period. Let's say, for example, you want to run the bot for at least about maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, just to activate it for like 3 or 4 trades, or whatever the case may be, so that you can make some dollars. And if you don't have all the time to sit there, guess what? You can literally activate your trades to run, let's say, 20 minutes of a day before you step out. You run the 20, let's say you're running 3 trades for 20 minutes at any given time. And let me show you an example of that. Let's say I set this to 3 trades, and we have a cooldown period of say 3 seconds. Lot size, we keep it low if you've got a small account size. So it's by 0.01. You'll see it will be 1% of your capital. We go to fixed stop loss. So you can either set a stop loss of, let's say, 100 pips, And here you can set your take profit to say 3.5 pips. Okay. Yes, you guys are gonna think, why is that stop loss so big? Only reason is just so that we can have the stop loss there so that the trailing stop can activate. Now, what a trailing stop is, it's when it basically jumps from wherever the stop loss is, and it will jump above your entry point. So let's say, for example, you've got your entry point that is, you got it uptrend, moving up like that. And your entry point is over here. And you've got your stop loss. Stop loss, roughly about here in the market. Then your stop loss will jump to there to prevent a loss. That's why you find that some of the trades will basically, as the market moves upwards in that direction, you have your stop loss that's now set to this point where you've got your break even, and it will start following the trend all the way up as it's moving up. Then when it turns around, it knocks out the stop loss that moved with the trend.
I think so.
Okay, so you have the market that's moving upwards. Then you have the stop loss that's following it, behind it. And when it turns around, it's gonna meet up with it at that point. And then it will take out that position right there. Which means that you are now not at the point of your entry, which means you are in a positive in your trade over there. But we will help you to set this up in your actual settings. Right, so here in the settings, you're going to set the trailing stop to about, say, 2.5, because you want to be just behind your market movements, okay? And we go to maximum allowed spread. Now, the spread is what your, okay, I can't click there now, but here on the left-hand side, we can add your spreads to the chart. I'll also do a tutorial on how to do that. Your spread is the difference between your ask line and your actual price. So it's bid price and your ask price. That is the difference between the market. Entering this liquidity zone over there, and you can see it's still got a bullish candle there, which is pushing, and there's not much happening on that candle. So let's say I want to, for now, just enable both and set both to true buys and sells, because we're going to have a bit of a sideways momentum there. And then we can click on OK, and it should start taking trades. So there's the first trade that's already opened up. Now note that here is the stop loss, and it's very close, but this is on a 4-hour view. If I go to a M1, you don't even see that stop loss. So if I zoom out, you can see that stop loss is very far. So I took a buy trade, and I'll tell you now why I took a buy trade. Let me just move this over to auto scroll. And we've got this 25. Let's make that 4. Sorry, we just move that one. 2, that is 2, and this one is 4. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting a visual representative of what's in my actual settings on here. So here we can see that you have a bullish trend going up. Remember that blue candle that I showed you? Showed a blue candle, which means either green candle for you, which means that the trend is going to be bullish and it's going to go up in the market. So what I will do now is, after that first trades have now taken, I'll now set the sells to false. So when it crosses over, it doesn't take any sell positions. So now what happens is, every time it indicates a bullish candle, it will take a trade, depending on how much trades you've actually set it to. But you'll notice that you'll see that this lines over here, these lines, which I explained now earlier, will jump all the way to that area over there when it moves up. So kind of like putting your account in a I would say just above break even. Does that make sense? So you have a price. Let's say, for example, you're entering at, say, $12, right? You enter at $12. Your stop loss is going to be negative $4. Now, what you're actually doing is you're setting your trailing stop to be above your $12 in price, which means it can be $12.50. And your current price now will be at, say, $13. So when the market turns around, you are 50 cents in a positive, which means that you are going to win that trade. Does that make sense? Now, obviously, if you have a trend that is being bullish, you're going to want to set buys on your trades. But when you see that you have a, let's say, bearish candle, which is the red or the black one, depending on how you got your settings, then you want to set your bot to do sells only, because it's going to move downwards. Does that make sense, guys? And not so long to take in. Or you can have the bot that it sets both buys and sells, and then it works itself out. It will take out the stop loss, etc. if we go into a negative, but then you'll have to have tighter stop losses so you don't lose too much in the market. So now you can see that the way that this candle is moving right now, that one right at the end here, let me just move it over to the side. That last candle that's busy forming, you can see that there is a bit of fast momentum. That means that this line over here at the bottom is showing a lot of volatility over there. Or the volatility is increasing. And there we go, took trade now, and it took a win. 31 cents. Yeah, it's small, doesn't matter. Let's just increase that number. Click OK. And it took another win. Now what it's going to do, it's going to wait until it opens up another trade.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
And there we go, take another trade now. Now watch what happens. All I did was change settings on the bot itself. But now we have to be careful, seeing that we are in a sideways trend, somewhat. So now while that is running, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip again to say the 4 hour, and I can still see that that candle is still blue, right? Which is a good thing. And you can see that this trend on the 4 hour is still moving up. And look there, it took more trades, another trade. 2, 4, $2, $3, $3.50. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Never mind this negative 54. This is a testing account. That's why it's like that. We'll just wait for more trades to open up. Let's look at the 1 minute again. And it's still showing a bullish trend. So this looks like the market came to that change of character on the 4 hour, that neckline. It looks like it wants to break through that neckline. It wants to break through this resistance level. That's what it looks like. But it can be deceiving. So yeah, for this period, for that 4 hour candle, which is a bullish candle, you can get some nice trades out of that 4 hour candle. You don't have to let this bot run the entire day. You can let it run for 30 minutes, you can let it run for 20 minutes, it's entirely up to you. But within that 20 minutes, you can have at least, or even 10 minutes, you can have at least up to 3 trades that took profit for you, and then you just switch it off. And then you go about your day. You made your target for today. Let's say, for example, your target was $1.50, and you want to compound it $1.50 every day for, say, a period of a week. Right? With a small account, if you have $100, let's see, calculator. 1 times 50 times 5 days. That's $7.50 that you never had. Just by switching the bot off 10 minutes of your day, every single day. Now, let's say you've increased your capital and now you want to go 0.02 lot size. Okay, and you're trading 2 trades at any given time, and you may be hitting, say, $1.30. That's 2 trades per day, so that's times 2, right? That's $2 times 5. You made $13 for the week. And as your capital grows, you're setting yourself a target again, where the market for the entire day is moving upwards or is moving for the entire day downwards, and then you have a mixture of both. And when the market's moving upwards, then you set your buy trades only for the day. Mr. Michael made here. Michael, just tell them how much you made on your account today.
Today I made nearly $70 on the lowest lot size.
And that was
Started
how
like
much?
7
How much
o'clock.
Sorry. How
Started
much?
like 7 o'clock this morning, and I ended up at 1 o'clock after lunch, roughly.
How many
So-
trades were you running?
I don't know, but I can look at it, how many trades I did. That I can,
Can you
I'll,
maybe share your screen?
yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool. Let me just stop my sharing here on my side. And we'll let that bot do its thing there while we're busy. So then you'll
And
see how much more trades took while we're busy looking at Michael's screen.
how quick is it to change when you need to pull out?
It's like a couple of seconds though. As fast as you can click, that's how quick it is to change.
Okay. And how long does it take to learn?
It doesn't take too long. Doesn't take too long. Like for instance, if you want us to take you step by step through this, we can set up the sessions to do that.
Okay.
Because I know that there's a lot of people that don't really know how to work the bots. We will show you how to basically put it onto the chart, all of those things. This is all Michael's trades today.
Yeah.
And look there, those are small amounts, right? That's like 20 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents, 29 cents.
And how many adjustments did you have to make on it, Michael?
Nothing.
Really?
Yep.
No. As you can see, you can see here, most of them are buy trades because I set it to do buy trades. Here you can see more or less buy trades all the time because I decided to trade with the trend.
Right. Okay.
So the hardest part of everything would be to determine what the trend is, which I will coach you through and show you how to recognize it quicker. The more you look at the chart, the more easier it becomes. But we will make it easier for you guys to say, hey, the overall trend for today is, let's say, for example, a bullish trend. Then you will set your bot to do buys until we say, okay, it's time to switch your bot off now. We're entering into a sideways trend or something to that effect.
As
And
you
then
can see, most of my trades are profitable.
even the ones that are showing that it hit the stop loss.
But
And
this is another yay. Don't
yeah,
care.
that's the other bot that we just developed.
Yeah, that we're working on. But here you can see it's a trade with another bot, which is in minus, but the rest of them, more or less, all of them are in profit, as you can see.
I agree, Mervyn. Bloody amazing.
Yeah.
You clever boys.
So you can set the bot to take as much. It's not going to be something where it's restricted or you being restricted to earn or have the earning capability. Where you get like the companies that's based with MLM, they say no, they only got a certain, let's say for example, a 2% or 1% or even 0.5% profit target for the day. No, this is what you feel like you want to set it for the day. Let's say, for example, you made $5 on $100 account, that's 5%. If you make $10 on $100 account, that's 10%. That's what you make of it. That's basically how long you want it to run. And the cool thing about it, it's at your availability. Not just that, you are in control of your own funds. It's not a company that is basically holding you ransom for whatever reason. Or they're just upping and leaving. No, you working or we working with one of the top brokers in the world, running for 20 years already, which is FP Markets.
And is it easy to get your money out?
Yeah. When you want to do withdrawal, you can withdraw. When you want to disconnect from our strategy, even like from the copy trade, you can even run copy trade with your own bot running on the side. Michael is doing it. I've got the trades running on the copy trade account. Michael is linked to the copy trade account and he's running his own trades in between the copy trade. How do you like that one?
So this is what I earned today, $68.37. And that is an increase on my account with 33%.
Guys, just look on the far right of Michael where it says comments at the bottom. It says copy. That's me running the trades on this side and a copy to Michael's account.
So what does that actually mean?
So there where it shows copy, it means that he connected to a copy trade account, which means my trades that I ran with the bot here on this side, and I wasn't even at my PC. The bot was doing everything. I was on the road.
And that means his is doing it as well?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So he's got the bot running on his computer, plus the copy trade all in one account.
Holy shit.
Why do you think we're doing it? Why do you think we're doing it this way?
What we offer is several income streams at the same time. That's what we're offering.
So if you don't have time to do or to activate your bot, guess what? You've got the copy trade account that's going to do something at least. Even if it's one trade. The copy trade, we are still testing. That's why you're seeing negative amounts on the, I think it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one was in the negative. So yes, we are testing every scenario.
Wouldn't that be a
But it
nice
was,
if you had the scenario like we had in last Monday in Spain, where we lost all our electricity, so you wouldn't be able to come out. You wouldn't be able to stop it if you didn't want to trade it.
The copy trade is not dependable about the power outage in Spain. It doesn't matter.
Really? But
nope,
Yep.
because it's running on my PC.
Ah,
So even if you have a slight pullback like this area right now, what you're seeing at now, it's what you call a pullback. Oops, that's not me. That's my mouse being over a cut in the table. Anyways, so here you've got the trend moving upwards, right? And then you got a little pullback. That's what you call a pullback. This is an impulsive move. That's an impulsive move, and that's retracement. Impulsive move and a retracement. So you have a short pullback. In other words, it's called a pullback. It's to kind of grab more liquidity to drive the market more further up. Why? Because you get something called fair value gaps like this in between, where there is liquidity laying around there and the market can go and grab that liquidity. And then you'll see it will drive the market further up as it's doing now. But you'll have like 1 or 2 candles. That's basically, let's say in the short period from here till here, let's add that up, calculator. And this is in a period of, what time did we start? Of course, what 30 minutes, right? So you got 0.31 plus 0.35 plus 0.33 plus $3.50 plus $3.90 plus $2.30 plus $1.60. $12 in 30 minutes.
that's it. I'm giving up work. So you can basically set it off, go and get in the shower, come back and have another look.
Yep.
Unless the market is volatile, then you
See,
set
they
it
closed off more trades. So let's add the others. I stopped at 160, right?
uh,
All that you can do is just
yeah.
press this button over here, then it stops trading. See that button there? That one?
yeah.
I just pressed that button to stop the trading now. Now it's not going to take any more trades.
Why?
I'm done. Let's say, for example, I'm happy with my profit take for today. So that $12, that was at 160. Now we plus $3.50 plus $2.70 plus $3.50. $21 in 30 minutes.
Holy crap.
That's literally $21 in 30 minutes.
So this is all about familiarity with the system, isn't it?
Yeah, which I'll give you training on. Even this app itself, I'll give you training on it.
Right.
And no extra.
If you do training every Monday, what do I need to swat up on in between?
In between is just make yourself familiar to the different time frames. Like if you can grasp that one candle is literally forming in 4 hours, like this one.
Right.
There's a lot of candles that it's got. Let's say, for example, you on 4-hour time frame, right? You have a blue candle there, or in your case, it might be green by default. If you have a green candle forming there, you have 4 1-hour candles that's forming in that one candle of 4 hours. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, for example, let me draw this quickly. I think this will help. Let's say you have one candle. Sorry for how bad it looks, right? And that's on a 4-hour.
Yeah.
Now, in that 4-hour, you have the 1 hour, but it's got that candle. Let's say that candle, and then that candle, and then another candle like that, for instance. You have these 4 candles that's actually formed in this one candle.
So you can't see what's in the other 4 candles inside that one candle.
You can.
Oh, can you?
Yes, if you just click on the 1H. So there you've got the 4 candles. One,
Ah.
2, 3, 4.
So you'd kind of have to zoom in to see that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You clever
So
little.
zooming, it's literally zooming in if you just change the time frame. So to say, you're seeing more detail into that one candle. Then you see the next candle, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you see 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. But now in that one candle again, you've got 2 30-minute candles. That's 1, 2. And in that 30-minute candle there at the end, you've got 2 15-minute candles again. You see how this line gets longer and longer and longer and longer? It's because you've got more candles forming in the 4-hour candle.
But you control it all from the one candle.
Yes. So the one candle gives you the perspective of where the market is going. As you can see, this previous candles is all pointing upwards. And if you look at the angle, here's the kicker. If you look at the angle,
Yeah, wow.
that's more than 45 degrees. Anything more than 45 degrees is a sure enough trend that's going to basically move up until the point it gets to a resistance level. So when it reaches that area over there on this blue candle, that's when you switch the bot and then you wait until that candle goes past that area or rejects from that area. So when I say reject, it will pull back. It'll go up against there and pull back, going back this direction.
Is that when you sell?
Yep. There you got it. You got it on the first lesson.
Holy shit.
You
Excuse
got
my
it.
language.
You grasped it on the first lesson.
I wanted to play.
So congratulations. You've passed the beginner's course.
Right, what do I do to join up?
Okay, so there is no joining fee to join with us.
No, but you've got 5 volt, aren't you? That's what I mean.
Okay, so yeah, you're obviously going to purchase a bot from us, right? So that you can, in the beginning, if you don't know what's going on, don't let that prevent you from learning, because this, in a nutshell, is like a learning curve for you to earn money. Why must it always be in the hands of someone else to make the money for you? So yes, when you buy the bot, you get the education from me, and then you can make your own decisions of when to run. When I say run, I mean clear all that. You press play. That's all you do. It's just press play.
Okay.
But I see, oh, the bot kicked out. Hold on. The bot kicked out. Give me a second. When I changed accounts, it actually kicked off. There we go. Right. So here again, you go through the time settings. I could see it's only buy trades for now. So I'm going to disable sales immediately. Okay. Then I'm going to set my take profit. Let's say, for example, I want to set it now to 40 pips. Or 4 pips, sorry. 4.0. And I want to make a pip is a price in percentage. That's what a
Right.
pip stands for. Price in percentage. So you get this number here on the right.
Yeah.
So that's the current price of, let's say, gold. Okay. I can leave it at the 3 pips behind where the market is for the actual, or I can even still set it to 2.5. Oops, sorry. 2.5 pips. Oh, that's the other thing. Please make sure that you are doing the right thing. 50.
There was a question from Sarah there, what you can do in the meantime. If you like to read and understand the basics of trading, there is a wonderful trading course on the internet that I can recommend.
Right.
Unless you want to hear Kurt talking in the videos that he's producing, and
Fair
that he has on the Telegram group that we have, and that is something that is called a School of Pipsology. So I pasted the link in the chat, so there you can read. My wife is reading on that site right now because she wants to learn how to trade. It is a very, very long course, but if you start, you will get some understanding of the basics, which is very good to have when you do trading with anything.
Okay.
It could be
I can
about
also
currency,
send you,
crypto, it could be anything. Yeah.
I can also send you the books that I basically have in my mentor program, which you can also read, that I can give you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good idea
There's
too.
one book that I've personally kind of formed. I've got that book there, which you can also read. But if you want more in-depth training and stuff like that, and starting from the basics as much as you want to basically learn hand to hand, ask questions, that type of thing. Like I said, I've got the mentor program also, if you want to join that.
I think I do need that, don't you?
So that's more of a personal touch compared to just reading.
Well,
Whatever.
I need to be hands-on. I need to be both. I can't
So,
just learn just from reading.
so yeah, anything that you read that you don't understand, you can obviously ask the questions on that. You can even ask it in the Telegram group, and I will answer it gladly.
Brilliant.
For anybody that's in our community. You got a question? Pop it in the group. So maybe, yeah, in the educational group, hey guys, not in the support group. Don't flood that one. That one's for only issues and setups and stuff like that. So you got the educational bit where I'm giving out a signal also to kind of trade as well. So
So-
you can manually put in these numbers. Let's say, for example, if you want to enter a buy trade, let's say, for example, here on gold, you right click, right? Oh, sorry, you right click there, you say new position or new order. I normally give out pending order. So you get something called a market execution. That's at the price that it is now. Then you get a pending order. Then we're going to wait for the market to return and go to that price, and then only it will trigger a buy or sell. So I give these numbers in the group for people to practice on as part of education, which you're going to do on a demo account. But I can't say what you're going to do on if you're going to apply to a real account or not. But that's the purpose of that group. For me to share signals there for educational purposes. It's not for you to make money. I'm trying to teach the community how to do these things. I've even got like a video of how to do this that I posted in that group, where to go, what to click, all of those things. If you want to change the commodity, you can actually go here and change it up if you want to, etc., etc. I literally explain all of these things. There's obviously the bots, the mentor program, if you are interested in that. We can send you the material to read on your own, but again, personal touch, that's up to you, whatever you feel you need.
When you're learning something like that, when it's as dangerous as actually playing with money, then I think you need the personal touch.
Yeah.
Because
Mr. Timo.
that's when you shout at me to stop.
Yeah. Let me just stop this quickly. So there you can see that's all the winning trades that happen right now in the short space of time. The market is slowing down now. This is the time when I will actually switch the bot off if I see the market is, or I might even change to a different pair, for example, if I want to, right? And then enable here. Like here, I can see a downtrend there, right? If I want to enable a bot here, right? And I just do exactly the same thing. Now I'm going to switch it only for sales because I can see there's a bit of a downtrend and there is a fair value gap. So it's more than likely going to move its way to that fair value gap, which means it's going to collect funds that's laying there. All right. So if I go here, I just say false on buys and I go, let's make that 100. Let's make that 3.5. Whoops, 0.5. And trailing stop 2.5. Let's do that 5. And this one, let's say 5. Let's make it interesting. 10 trades. If you just want to see it for the hell of it, right? 10 trades. Let's say a cooldown period of 3 seconds between each trade. And I just click OK. I'm just making an example of how you can just add a bot to another. There we go. See? So it waited till it came out of this area, the sideways area, before it took a trade.
Kurt, can you go to the trade tab?
Trade,
On the-
sorry, my bad, my bad. See,
Thank
now
you.
it's opening. Now it's opening up trades. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Woohoo! It's that simple. But yeah, it's gonna take a while for it to get there in profit.
Wow.
But now you can see this bit of a
It's coming
pullback.
down. Yeah.
Now, because this is a sideways trend, here again, what we can do is enable both, right? Can enable both. And we can say add more trades. You can do whatever you want to with this bot. Look, I'm going nuts here because of the fact that it's a demo account. This is what gives you the experience. Play around with it. When you buy a phone, what do?
Play with it.
You play with it. Simple. It's still taking sales though, although enabled buys. Now that's where our indicators comes in hand. If the indicator is indicating that this direction or the small direction is still in a downward trend, then it's going to take more sales. If it's changing the direction, then it will take buys again. Let's add more to it. GBP chart window. I'm not even going to put anything on the chart now, right? Just going to change it to a 1 minute time frame and drop the bot there. Just to show you can have a mixture of different pairs, right? Let's just go through this again. 100. Let's say 15 trades. And then we go, let's make that 4 pips. Make this one 3 pips. Buy and sell. Okay. There we go. Started the trade. Now if I change the color, you might just see it better. There we go.
So that end one's on a down.
Sorry?
That end one at the very end. Oh, yeah, it's coming down, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Then I will add the visual representative of the EMAs, which I'm going to do now. So that one is 2. Right, I'm going to change the color because it's going to look a bit wonky. Let's make it pink. Magenta, sorry. Right, there you got the magenta color going across there. And if I add the second one, I'll make it say, make it something dark. That one. That's 4. Okay. Now I can see the gap between the two. Maybe can't see it. Let me rather change that color. And look at the dark green, purple. There we go. Then I can see the 2 lines, right? The moment it crosses over, it's going to change a direction. There it's got a buy, it's got a sell. So in between this range, that's what you call a range, from there to there, it will take buys and sells as the market is moving sideways. You can see there? That's a ranging market. So whichever way it's going to break out, you'll have a stop loss that will basically prevent your account if you're having your stop loss tight. Then it will just close off those other trades and continue in the trend upwards or continue in the trend downwards. So if you change this one, let's say, not that one, the other one. Let's say we change this to 35. Now I've got a more clear definition of where the market's going in each period again. So if you don't want it to be all over the show, you just change the EMA line and then you have a better direction of where the market is going. So yeah, you got one trade that's going into a positive. Oh no, that's my other, that's a glow up pot. These 3, all the gold ones. Okay. So yeah, that's easy as pie. We've got trades we use the JPY, GBP. Anything that you put this bot onto, it will basically trade, provided that you've got the correct spread and also some other settings as well. But the spread is going to be the main one that you need to change out. You need to increase the spread and then it will take trades on that specific market.
How much is the bot?
The bot, for both bots, up until the 15th, which is 10 days time, will cost you $98. After that,
Each?
no, for both.
Okay.
It's
Really?
like part of the launch price that we actually extended. Because some people needed some, or more than one person needed some extension on the price. So we've decided, okay, we can extend it till the 15th and there's no more extensions after that. Then the bots will be $80 for the gold one and $150 for the all pairs bot.
Get signed up then, eh?
So yeah. Then when our glow up bot is ready, we're not sure when it's going to be ready. We still got a lot of testing. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, depends, right? That we want to make sure that it's 100% working, like this bot is working. This is you sitting here 10 minutes. You just need an idea of where the trend's going to go and get your bot to do the work. Just come look at it so now and again. Hello, are you still okay? Yeah, cool. That's basically how you do it. But all dependent on the settings. I've got different settings that I drop into the group, which we will also show you how to add the settings to your bot. Awesome.
Hi, Kurt.
Kimbo,
Yeah, you say the 2 bots, $98. Is that the gold one?
gold one plus the all pairs.
Okay, I bought the all pairs already.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything yet, but so I need to add $18 for the gold.
Mr. Michael?
Am I right?
Is Michael still on the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, can we do that for him?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. So you just pay the difference and then you get out of the bot. It's still
Excellent.
good.
And excellent. I will do that before.
So while we're
before you-
talking here, guys, look here. These trades are all going into a positive. These ones so far. Those ones are still in negative. That's also in a positive. Here we go. It's going now. It's going. It's going. Go. 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 Excuse the madness.
You should know that it's not recommended to trade this time of the evening.
Hey, yeah, not
It's
recommend.
it's not recommended. Just so you know.
What did you say this time of day?
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that because they're all closing, aren't they?
Yeah, so the market will get volatile for a short period, but then you might just get trades that get stuck there because it's the market is slowing down. So now you have the period where the market is less volatile. So now it hangs there, got small movements. By the time it reaches the closing of the market, guess what happens? You have a jump between one candle and the next candle. If that candle jumps in the opposite direction that you're trading, that's a big loss. Not a big loss, depending on what you're actually trading and what your lot sizes are. It can cause havoc. So that's why we recommend here by 9 o'clock for the latest, be done with all the trades.
Okay.
Be done with it. If you can do it sooner, awesome. Like I said, set yourself a target today. Doesn't have to be lavish amounts. Secure your profits in small pieces. There's no need for you to run it the entire day. There is no need for you to run it, let's say, for 24 hours, 365. So
What
that's why
time?
you need to look which way the market's moving for the day and then let this run. Maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 6 hours, depends, like Michael did today. But then he was like watching the screen most of the time.
Are you running this every Monday night at 7:30?
We can do it. Like I said, we are still busy with developments on our current part. So that's taking up most of our time right now. But if we feel that another session needs to happen, which are gonna make this thing a regular basis in future. It's going to be a regular thing.
Okay, so tell me what I need to do then when Michael or Kurt tell me what I need to do when we're off the call and I'll do it.
Okay, no problem. Oh, the other thing is, guys, please don't forget, this is a community, right? That we here to grow together. We're not here to siphon money out of anybody. We're just literally getting money for what work we did and putting it out in the market globally, publicly, right? People like our bots, they will buy our bots, whatever the case may be. You guys are getting the extra edge from us personally because you know us personally, right? Other guys will be invited to the group if they purchase the bot and when they purchase the bot. If you introduce people also, unfortunately, this is not MLM. However, you get a sales commission for every bot that you recommend to somebody. So if somebody buys the 150 bot, you're going to get 20% of that bot price. And likewise with any bot that we sell, you're going to get 20%. So there's an opportunity to make your funds back again.
So Kurt, currently for outsiders, if somebody want to purchase a bot now, it will cost 150.
That's after the 15th.
But currently now it will be 80 and 50
Yeah, no, it will be 98 for the two.
for the two.
At 80 and 50 years, 1850, up until the 15th, and it will be 80 and 150.
80 and 150. All right, all right. So yeah, just to recap. So it's $80 and $50 for
If you're
outsiders.
buying the single bots. But if you're buying the two together,
Oh, together.
if you're
It's,
buying both at the same time, then you can pay $98, which we're actually giving a 40% discount.
but that's for outsiders as well, eh?
Yeah,
All right.
for anybody.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And then they can also join the community and see how what's happening and all of that stuff. They will also be added to the educational group, blah blah blah, all of that stuff.
Excellent. Excellent.
So
Thank you.
I think everybody that's on the call is in the educational group, correct? Yes? No?
I don't know. Is that on Telegram?
Telegram, yes.
Yes, I am.
So just to show you guys, for those that are watching on,
Called TrendSpotter, yeah?
so here we got the trend tactics main. This is where it's mainly the bot support, AI and mentoring, which we're still going to give more information. We're busy now with copy trading, right? Testing it. So we're gonna share when you guys can connect and when we are actually confident that our bots can handle the market on its own without us even. So we're looking for the perfect setting, but what I'm trying to say is you might just find that 1 out of 4 days the market might have moved against us or against the bots, whatever the case may be. And then you have 4 days profitable out of 5 days, which is still in profit,
Brilliant.
which we're going to minimize by changing up the settings every time. We're obviously going to look. I'm just saying that there might be that. We're not going to set the expectation that there's going to be trading every single day also. We're just going to take advantage of good opportunities, which is more than likely almost every day.
Brilliant.
But yeah, there might be small trades. You know that when the small trades, then it's obviously our trend tactics bot that's trading. But there might be big trades, it's the glow up bot that's trading. Or there might be some random thing that you don't usually see trading. That will be me. Because I'm
Okay.
always looking for a nice opportunity somewhere when I have the availability. Obviously, now that I'm working during the day, and I was confident enough to put our very first version of our latest bot that we're busy with to the test on a live account, which is on our, let me just show you. FP markets. Yeah, we've got full transparency. We're not hiding anything. Okay. We show it as it is. USD JPY. Okay, so yeah, that one was a blopsy. I actually tapped on, I was trying to show Michael something. I was trying to show Michael something on the phone, right? And then my finger, I think my finger might have tapped on the buy button. Yeah, it was on the buy button. And then I had to kill it off because the lot size was crazy. 0.10. That's a big size. So I killed off a trade. Otherwise, this would have been like $2, $3 in a positive on a live account, guys. You can see this is the copy trade account. There you've got the two bots already waiting to run every single time. I'm gonna still add the latest version. Oh, it is there already. Here we go. I just added it recently. So this one I'm running tomorrow to test on this live copy trade account. So that was the very first version of the bot. As you can see, the EA 1.58. We've added some features and changes to the code, which is 1.63. We have other versions in between this. Oh, sorry, no, that's not the latest one. My bad. I must still add the other one. Downloads. There we go. Copy that one. So this is basically what you will also be doing on the machine, or we will help you to do this. File, open data folder. This is how easy it is to add the bot. Okay, for me it's easy, but for you guys, we will give you training on this. Now paste it there, close it, and then I just refresh here, and then you'll see the bot 1.6. Let me just minimize that one, There we go. That's the one I just added there now. That's the one. That's the one that I'm going to be running. I'm going to be kicking this one out. And I'm going to be adding this one for tomorrow. Wait. Okay, that is off. Okay, cool. Right, now that inputs. So this is going to be on the 15-minute time frame. Cooldown period on 20, max 2 trades. You're gonna make a max 1. The first one to test it first before and on the live account. It's gonna be 35. It's gonna be 100. That's 100. Fixed lot size, yes. Trading stop. No. Save. Oops. No. That's where was it? 15 minutes. Save. Yes. Okay. So now all I need to do is after 12, roughly about 1 o'clock a.m., when I go stand up to go and take a leak or whatever, and then I'll press play. And then I just let it run. Simple.
Okay.
Easy.
I'm very interested. Okay.
So yeah, this is the live copy trade account. Just FYI, again, this has been running since last week. We have been testing different scenarios with the bots. And that it was just this one that now obviously by error I tapped on the wrong thing. I was trying to show Michael while I was on a video call with him. And I was looking at, which I'm never gonna do again, just FYI. But yeah, that was user error right there. I'll be honest about it. But otherwise, the trend changes might just work against the bot, but then you'll have a bigger trade that is coming back for revenge. But now with this version of the bot, there's going to be even more bigger trends because we were trading on the 5-minute. Now we're going to trade on the 15-minute, which as you can see here, just minimize that before I make another boo-boo. From here is where the entry happened till there. That was 86 pips that I did today on the demo account. So if I had to run this version of the bot on this account, it would have made some nice profits. So yeah, this is what we are working on behind the scenes. I don't know if you guys seen the behind the scenes video. Yes?
No.
So this is what we're doing. Michael is doing the coding. I tell Michael I'm not happy. Michael says, go stuff an egg. I'm joking. Michael goes and he works with the code, sends it back to me, and then I start testing it. But when I said start testing it, I go into the settings and I change things up. I'll go to different time frames. But it takes time to do this, guys. If you're trading on a 1-hour time frame and you're waiting 5 hours just for the trend to change to see if the bot will execute at the right spot. Now you've figured that out. Guess what? Tomorrow I have to come again. And if it didn't execute on the right spot, now I have to go change settings down here again. Now this is what you guys don't see what's happening in the background. So I'm messing with all of these settings. It takes time. Luckily on the TrendSpotter, it takes only 1 minute because it's based off scalping, 1 minute scalping. That's what that bot was created for, 1 minute scalping. And that bot, it literally takes me 1 minute to see, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it still might be in a trend. But it's not going to take like maybe 2 hours or 5 hours just for me to see what's happening. So this bot is going to take a lot more time from us to say, hey, we're ready now with this bot to put it to market. You guys have tips. Just FYI, this bot is going to be on the pricey side, but we're going to have like a buy to what, a rent to own, a subscription type thing on this. Let's say, for example, you've got 3 months to pay, 6 months to pay, or 12 months to pay. This bot, as you can see with that long trends, you can easily make your money up within the first month. You can literally make your payments up with the bot itself. So technically, if you buy the bot and you pay, let's say $50 for the first month, you can easily push for that month, double that amount. From the results that we're getting now, you can easily make double that amount in the
Okay.
first month. So when you make a double amount, you guess what? You got your funds for your next month's payment. Easy peasy. The bot will pay itself off, in other words. You're just paying for the first month.
Very good. Anyone that has any questions? I think we're pretty much done now. Yeah.
Yep. But again,
Howard,
Sarah, to
somebody-
answer your question, everybody else's question, this is going to be a regular thing. You guys can come on the call. We'll have a trading session together also if you want to ease into it. And I'll look at the market and I'll talk about what I'm doing, like I did now earlier on, so that you can grasp it a bit more and a bit more and a bit more until you are confident enough to do it on your own. Hence why you're going to have the demo accounts as well.
I have to actually physically do things to learn it,
Yeah, no worries.
read it.
That's why we're gonna have more of these sessions where you guys can join. People can out there can see it. I'll put it onto YouTube as well. They can see what we're doing. I don't want to hide anything from anyone.
Okay, fantastic.
any
Right.
questions?
No,
Let me
I'm
just
now.
stop
No,
the share. We close
Just-
that.
just-
Close that.
Just awesome. Well, I must just learn, so gents.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Look, it's not rocket science. It's literally. Oh, Mr. Howard, how are you doing? Sorry, man. Mr. Mark Seville. I didn't see everybody when I joined. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. I know I had the
Good evening, good evening.
the logo there. So
Evening.
guys, thanks for joining this evening's call. Oh, I shaved my head, that's why.
Right.
Oops, looking
Yeah.
looking like you there, Howard. So guys,
Looks like
again,
Howard, yeah.
we're gonna do this on a regular basis. We really want the community to grow. This is something that's in your full control, and this is something that you manage your own funds. You can disconnect, connect to our strategy, our copy trade at any given time. We're not a company. We are just two guys. They're putting our specialities to work, developing something that people can buy. It's an actual product, as you saw. You put it to your actual, it's a piece of software that you put to your MT5. It's not sitting wherever with MLM type situations and whatever. It's in your control. And you'll get the education on it. Free
We
of
don't
charge.
manage anyone's money. We're
Yeah.
not doing that, and that will never happen.
Good.
Never
We-
ever.
Well done, boys.
So when I trade, it literally copies to your account. But when I'm trading as I'm trading for me. And I don't want to lose my money. So that will automatically be copied to your trades. And if I do lose some bits of money, then I'm going to kill off the trades before it blows even. So yeah. But with the help of the bots, guess what? We ever on the road and it's making profits.
Brilliant.
Michael's using a combination of three things. TrendSpotter, the new bot that we actually developed, and it's the copy trade that I'm running. So he's got three income streams in one platform.
It's called diversification, I think.
In one, yeah.
You could nearly say that, couldn't you? Diversification.